Parental discretion is advised.
Well, we learned that the hard way a few years ago.
Well, pretty much from the very first Revenge.
We're like, no, the first Revenge, it wasn't like, the first Revenge was the garbage disposal baseball cards. And we thought, wow, that's, he left behind the baseball collection and she was mad about the lease and she put him down the garbage. So we're like, wow, that's really good revenge.
God, you got a great memory.
It's the ones where we're looking at Eric like, wait, the Revenger is worse than the Revengee.
Hey, wait a second. You parked in my lawn and you slept with my wife?
And what do we learn? Parents with their kids don't care. They'll still play it with their kid in the car. Roses. I'm running to like 8-year-olds that love roses. I'm like, I don't think you should know about infidelity yet.
So, well, we're teaching them young so they know what to look out for in toxic relationships. Eric is available for you at krbe.com to reach out to for revenge. If you've been wronged and you made it right. Peter is standing by to tell us his story, so let's hear it. Good morning, Peter.
Hey, what's up?
Hi,
Hey,
Peter.
Peter, so who are you getting revenge on this morning?
I am getting revenge on my sister, Blair.
Is she older or is she younger?
My younger sister, but she is the worst gossip. She always has been. She's been annoying the shit out of me forever, but I'm telling you, dude, she will trash talk anybody and everybody. She always has, she always will. It's just in her nature, but it doesn't make it okay. And look, she's my sister, but she crossed the line because there's this girl that I really liked and I was trying to date, right? And she just happened to be in Blair's, like, you know, kind of in her friend circle. And the girl, like, it was going good, and then she didn't call me back. And so Blair, the other night, took a nap, and I straight up went into her.
Y'all live together?
We do live together. I live with my sister.
Okay.
Oh, that's different.
Well, I look into it, and damn if she didn't. Straight up message this girl, Nikki, who was awesome. And she talking to me. She was telling her that I was a loser, not to date me. Like, what the f***? Like, you know, why would you do that to your brother? And
I wonder why she likes drama so much. It'll be interesting.
Some people are
talk to her.
drawn to it.
Yeah, there are some people who just
It's like a high,
need to be in the center of it to keep things
You think that's a problem?
exciting.
Like, you know, like Peter's alcoholics. There's gambling addiction.
Oh, absolutely.
Is there a drama addiction? Like,
I think so. I think people that have, like, not enough going on in their own life, or maybe their life is so devoid of joy that they take their, I don't know, they get their jollies from tearing other people down.
I mean, I've met people
that's
who
my
have.
sister.
So, okay, your sister's one of those.
It's the worst. But get this. I went in her phone after I saw the messages she wrote about me, and I got a lot more.
Oh, you got a whole lot more.
let's do it.
Well,
Let's get
we know
Blair
that
on.
Blair is standing by. She didn't hear what you said, Peter. So, you know, I have to like introduce her to the show and say that you're here and all that, and then y'all can talk about it. Okay, so hold on. Hi, Blair. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show on 104.1 KRBE. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, Blair. Well, on
Morning.
Tuesdays, we like to let people air out their differences, and we've got your brother on the line.
Yes, Eric contacted your brother, who contacted us, and now he's here, you're here, we are here,
a
all
family
together,
affair.
happy family.
Yo.
Are you guys in the same? You guys are in the
Same
your place right now.
Are you both in the same apartment or house?
One-
Because you can just walk over to each other and do this on
One room,
speaker.
Right.
No, I'm not home right now. You went and took your little nappy poo, and I grabbed your phone, and I saw what you wrote to her. That's the reason she won't call me back. Like, I really liked her. You know I liked her.
I don't want you up and in my friends group. You
Exactly
think you're
what
gonna around another one of my friends? No.
You sabotaged me, and you sabotaged everybody else, or you talk. You do this all the time, dude, and I am taking it to the next level. Guess what? Because while you were in there sleeping, I saw how much, like, you turned on your own brother.
Yeah, because you go through girls like Kleenex. I don't want you with my friends.
Guess what?
What?
I screenshotted every piece of thing you said about everybody else, and that was just within like the last month. You need to learn your lesson, and just like your favorite stupid ass movie, Mean Girls, which you are.
Oh my
Mean
God,
Girls.
are you kidding me? Okay,
Oh,
what a
dude.
violation of privacy. You know what? You're an asshole. Seriously.
Well, you
God,
two are
really?
brother and sister. You shouldn't talk to
Guys.
each other that way.
Shouldn't talk to
they
anybody
do.
that way.
Right, but guys, let's take it down with your language, Peter. Let's just take it down.
What are you doing with the screenshots? Are you going to share these with other people, or you just have
Yeah,
them?
no, actually, just like right out of the movie, Blair. I went to Staples, printed some stuff out, made a little burn book.
What the
Then I went to the post office and I OG, put stamps on them, and sent them.
Yeah, I don't even buy this. How the hell did you even get their
Well,
address?
Blair, don't worry. Half people don't even check their mail. They won't see it.
Yeah, we'll see it for like 2 years. Or people steal mail all the
Steal
time
mail.
here.
Half those people aren't going to get that letter.
Yeah, I'm like a gold sifter. I just like go through the mail, the old prospectors. I shake out, I find the bills, I throw everything else out.
You might have a little bit of time, Blair, because I sent one to Tiffany, to Janice, to every one of the people that you've talked all kinds of about. And
I can't believe you.
Any minute. I know, isn't it amazing?
You know what?
You earned this.
I said you jerk my friends around, and I don't want you screwing up it so I can't have my friends over because, like, they don't want to see you.
She just makes up lies and drama, and she's a talking.
I mean, I think you're just being a little.
I think you can be mad at your sister, but I would not. I think what you're doing is a little over the line.
Yeah, what are you gonna do when you get home? I mean, what's that gonna be like?
I mean, he might find his out on the curb when he gets home. That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he could do the same to you. Y'all are siblings.
He said he wasn't home. So, who has the upper hand here?
Right. All your dirty laundry is in a mail truck right now.
And listen, and Blair, if you really are like a drama stirrer or you're the kind of girl that thrives off of other people suffering with drama, just please don't do that. He told us that you did, whether you want to believe that or not, or we should believe that or
Why
not.
would you do that, though?
Just don't do it.
Like, I mean, do you get some kind of entertainment out of that?
I have to vent sometimes. Like, builds up, I vent, and then I'm
That's
done.
not how people
And like,
vent. You degrade people and you up a good thing for your brother. Like, dude,
who's
what the fuck
degrading
would you- why would
people?
you say
Who's
that?
calling their
Like, that's
sister a
just
bitch on the f***ing radio?
You are a bitch in real life.
Yeah,
You might,
I don't know.
Peter, you might have the record for most cursing.
I don't understand.
I don't know how you guys are going to repair this. You need to talk to your parents.
Yeah, maybe
poor mom
one
and
of you
dad.
break the lease, or one of you get off the lease, and
What are the holidays like with you two at the table? Good grief. All right, we're going to let y'all go and just behave and do better.
Both of you.
I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm the mom. Get out of here with that. Go to your corners. Bye.
Thanks so much, guys.
Go to your
Yeah.
corners.
I mean, I thought that I fought with my siblings a little bit
little
growing
bit.
up, but nothing compared to that. Like, we would get over it. We could have a fight, but then the next day it'd be business as normal, business as usual.
No, I was angry all the time.
I feel like the fight is around when you're 3 years, 2 years apart. It's like my one that's 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there. They're 16, I'm 10.
The biggest
They don't care
arguments
about
I've
me.
had with the siblings that I'm sandwiched between, of the 5 kids, my sister Maria is older than me. My brother Terry's younger than me. Those were the biggest fights I had.
Yep. Sam with her brother, 10 years
with
difference.
your older brother, but then your little brother, you're like, oh, he's the golden child. I love him so much. Who doesn't love him?
Well,
I didn't
think-
like him at first.
I know, but now
like
you
him.
love him.
I think it's because the
He's the
parents
best.
mellow out. There's a big difference. I got a 10-year gap between me and my baby brother, Kevin.
He gets away with murder, I bet.
But it's not because your parents mellowed out, Ryan. It's because there's a 10-year gap.
Yeah, because
it's
they're
because you were
older and
18
more
when he
mature.
was 8.
Yeah.
My parents were 20 when they had me.
I don't think that's what it is. I 100% disagree with the fact that our parents mellow out. We never mellow out as parents. Here's what it is. My oldest brother is 6 years apart from me. I have totally different relationship memories with him than I do with my brother that's the youngest. We were always packed together as a 2-pack. All right, and 2 young ones, y'all go over there. It's just different. When you're always in each other's space, or you're fighting, you're jockeying for position or territorial stuff.
You're one of 5,
You
though.
got the
You
older
got a
one.
big family.
The other one can watch the other one and raise them for you to help you out as a parent, right?
Oh, yeah. What's Chris Rock's famous line is, when you have more than 2 kids, you raise those 2, and those 2 raise the rest. That's his
Wow.
thing. And it's so true. Especially anybody listening right now who has an oldest daughter, like the daughter is first, or if the first 2 kids, it's a boy and a girl, and then you had other kids, that girl is like the second mom
Which
in
one
the
of your
house.
siblings
Yeah,
was the
I agree.
parental figure to you?
Oh, well, 100%. My sister Kathy raised my brother
Kathy,
Terry.
okay.
And she's still the parental figure for all of us. She knows all my mom's
She's
tricks
your
and
emergency
recipes.
contact.
Oh, yeah. We're like, what are we doing? Kathy's going to set it up.
And you're right.
What are we
about-
doing?
I don't think you really mellow out. You just
You
learn.
mature.
I mean, you mature, and you're just like, all right, I overdid it on the first one.
Oh, my God. The poor first kids.
That first one got
The poor
it.
first
I was
kids.
the first.
The first kids were
Explains
like,
so
I was
much,
the
Ryan.
example maker.
Yeah.
But y'all had the cleanest pacifiers. The first kids had the cleanest pacifiers. Because by the third kid, everyone's like, oh, it fell down here. Wipe it on your jeans.
Yes. Absolutely. Oh, it's in the
Mom
dog's mouth?
spit is really powerful.
Yeah, the
That's-
magic mom spit.
Could have cured COVID.
Okay, coming up next, we've got to talk about bad bosses. We need to let you vent it out if you have an experience with a bad boss, whether it's current or former, because there is a TikTok. Is it from TikTok or Reels? It was on TikTok, right?
Yep.
Of an email thread, a text thread. I'm sorry, not an email, a text thread between a manager and an employee about sick days and days off.
Oh,
This
wow.
boss If you had a boss like this, I'd be like, run. You don't need to work. Life is too short.
It really
Find another
is.
job.
Yep.
So
Find
this is
another
your
job.
chance right now. If you've got a bad boss, you don't have to say their name or the name of your company, but you can call us at 833-390-KRBE.
And we'll talk about your bad bosses. Bad bosses. Next.
Bad man.
On the Roula Ryan Show.
I think all of us at one point or another have had a bad boss. We're pretty lucky now. We've got great staff, great bosses.
Hey, if you want to call yourself out because you were a bad boss and you're not proud of it, now you've grown. You're like, well, I guess that was bad.
I had a drug habit. That's what happened.
Oh, where's Kevin's ex-boss to call us?
Speaking of drug habits, that guy.
Where's Kevin Cocaine Boss?
ended up.
Whatever happened to him?
Where are you now?
Oh, I think I'm back in Florida. I don't know.
Well, that's the
It's
one.
a hurricane.
Brace yourself. Brace yourself. 833-390-KRBE. We're starting this off so you can vent it out about a bad boss. On TikTok, there is a viral exchange on text, and the employee says, hello, I'm not feeling well, and I've been throwing up. I'm going to have to call out for my shift tomorrow morning. I'm going to urgent care, so I will bring in a doctor's note. Thank you and sorry for the inconvenience. The boss responds, we no longer accept a doctor's note as proof of sickness. If you are able to go to the doctor, you are able to come to work.
Oh,
What?
no.
What a
Then the
jerk.
employee responds saying, I'm sorry, but how does that work? Doesn't a workplace give sick time / personal time off? ? The manager responded with, each employee will receive 104 personal days a year. They are called Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, my God.
Vacation days are given to each employee, but must be taken all on the same days as follow. Christmas Day, Thanksgiving Day, Independence Day, Labor Day, Memorial Day.
Those are national holidays. That's not a vacation day.
That's a bad boss. So that's a boss that really needs you at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
would
you
love
need
to
to-
know what their job is.
To get more money then.
Terrible. Terrible.
That's
So,
wild.
833-390-KRBE is our phone number. Jessica, you are up first. Hi, Jessica. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Great.
Tell us about a bad boss story. Is it a current manager or supervisor,
No.
or is it a past job?
A past job that I actually left a few months ago.
Okay. What happened?
So, short story, I was expecting our rainbow baby. I informed my boss that I was expecting and that I was currently high risk because of previous miscarriages. And I told her that this was a total shock. She said, well, were you on birth control? And I said, no. She said, well, then it wasn't a shock.
Oh,
That's so
my
inappropriate.
gosh.
Oh,
And
wow.
then she asked, she wanted my list
Your what list?
up front, my list of all my appointments up front
Oh.
to her so she could double check my OB.
So she can double check your what?
OB?
Yeah.
Your
She wanna
Yeah,
make
the
sure you're
list.
not
She
taking
wanted
more
the
time
full
off.
schedule. Yes,
Wow.
correct.
What kind of a psycho
Yeah.
person is this?
Yeah,
Did you have a male boss or a female boss?
both.
Okay. Was that why you
Is
left
that
the place?
Hold on, isn't
Goodness.
that a violation, guys, for the boss to say,
Yes.
I need your doctor's name
Yeah, this wasn't
so
like
I can
20 years.
check on your
This is
stuff?
like recent.
That's
said-
I
like private
believe
information.
they can ask for proof, but they can't ask for details of the
No.
appointment.
No, not at all. Is that why you
I-
left?
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
And
Good for you.
unfortunately, in December, we actually lost our rainbow baby.
Oh my
So
God,
I
I'm so sorry.
asked for time to work from home while I was recovering, but they still had to physically give birth.
Mhm.
And they said no.
What?
So I had to take the little PTO that I have left. So that's one of the big reasons why I finally left.
Yeah.
Was that?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I'm
Jessica,
very happy where I am.
And can you
What
report
field-
this?
I'm sorry. I just wonder what field of work
I've-
is so
yes.
terrible.
I've
You can report
tried.
this.
So it's basically like her word against mine. Like there wasn't recording or emails. It was just her talking to me in her office.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Are we at the
Unfortunately.
point now where we have to like cops have a little vest with a
Recorder.
recorder on us?
Yeah,
you almost
Record every
have to.
conversation now.
So, Jessica, what
Jesus.
line of work are you in? I'm just curious. What's your line of
I'm
work?
oil and gas, but county.
Yes. Okay.
Oil and gas accounting.
Wow.
And this person, life is too short, and there are too many accounting departments and too many oil and gas companies to deal with that garbage.
Yep, nope.
That is
bye.
a garbage
What a
person.
bad person.
I'm so
Goodness.
sorry. Have
I
you
am
found?
so sorry.
Have you
From home
found?
anyway, half the
You work-
time. So
yeah.
there really was no reason why they couldn't grant, the additional week. We work from home twice a week. 3 extra days wouldn't have made a difference where I was physically recovering.
Well,
but
if we do that, then we got to let Phil over there take some time
Oh, that's
off.
a load
Yeah.
of crap. They
Jill,
simply
Yeah.
didn't care
Bill.
about you or your well-being. Have you
Yes.
found employment since then?
Yeah, she says she has
yes,
no
I
place.
have, and I'm very happy. I have an amazing company, an amazing boss. I'm just
Okay.
so very thankful
Good
to
for
where
you.
I am.
Gosh, Jessica, I'm glad you're out of that
I'm sorry you had to go
garbage
through that.
manager's place. Garbage. Thank you so much for calling our
You
show.
know who
God
you
bless
are.
You know who you are that did that to Jessica.
This is for all the-
Shame on you.
All the bosses out there be like, see, I'm not that bad.
Where's the shame bell?
yeah, where's the shame bell?
Shame.
You ready, Kev?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know if I have it ready. No, I don't. Sorry.
Shame.
That's all right. We'll take
Shame,
another one
shame.
and so you can shame them.
All right, let's go to Michael. It has stars. Means
Oh.
Mont says go to this one next. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hi, good morning.
Hi,
Michael.
morning.
The topic for those just tuning in are bad bosses, bad managers, bad supervisors. Whether you were one or you're the employee of one, you're going to tell us a story about it. So you are talking about your own manager, not your story. Like you're not the manager, right?
Yes, this is a manager that I worked for.
Okay.
So a couple years ago, I worked for a guy, and he used to be a large guy, kind of overweight, and then he lost a bunch of weight, got down to like 150 pounds. Really good for him. I just started with the company. I didn't know about how much of a transition he went through and how much he was struggling with sweets. So I brought in donuts and pastries for the office, thinking, hey, I'm one of the new guys. I'm going to try and be nice.
It's just nice.
Butter 'em up.
Yeah, right. Literally butter him up, right?
That's a butter.
So,
Make the staff all love you. Hey, look at him. Michael's here with Shipley's.
Donut guy.
Yay!
Love this guy.
Okay.
That's pretty much exactly what it was. He went to the break room, grabbed the box of donuts, and literally chunked them in the middle of our conference room and said, no one is allowed to eat sweets, nothing fatty. You cannot have this in my office, no candy. It was really shocking to see. I'd never had that experience.
He wasn't joking. He was serious.
you
No,
started off-
it was 100% serious.
You started off
I mean,
on
he
a
could've-
bad note.
Whoa.
Yeah, he could have been a character in the movie Horrible Bosses. It was like that.
Wow.
But yeah, he was just really, really serious all the time.
Did
But
he
the job
have
was great.
other instances where the other employees had brought something, and when that happened to you, they're like, "Oh yeah, Michael, you can't have sweets here. He's crazy about that." Or was this like the first time for
it was
everyone
not
to
even-
see it?
Not even sweets. It was just food in general.
Yeah.
Again, he tried to be a nice guy, but everything had to be vegan. So if you brought coffee in,
Oh no.
had to be vegan. Yeah, it was very strict when it came to like food.
Legally, he cannot tell
That's
you
so
what you
odd.
can and
Of
cannot
course
eat.
not.
Wait a
course
second.
not.
You're telling me you couldn't bring coffee in? You couldn't bring coffee
I
in?
had-
Vegan
It
coffee.
had to be vegan coffee.
Well, how
yeah,
can he
vegan
tell?
coffee.
No creamer.
What?
Well, I mean, it was in your cup. It was in your cup. You were fine, but you couldn't bring coffee to have like on a shelf. So I want to drink,
my coffee
French vanilla something or another.
Man, this guy
So I ended up working there for almost 3 years because the job overall, structure-wise, was good. Just working for him was tough.
What was the line of
So-
work? I'm curious. What field of work were you in?
Signs
Signs. Like billboards?
here in Houston.
What was that?
Signage.
Okay.
Okay.
Like billboards?
Yeah. So I was billboards, flyers, LED signs.
Okay.
You name it, we did it.
Okay.
A standard sign shop, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm
Anyways,
gonna
flash
guess-
forward to
Okay, go ahead. Flash
Flash
forward.
forward to this year, I had already left the company, and he ended up getting sick. His wife texted me and said, hey, he's not doing well. I know it wasn't really good, but just want to let you know, pray for him. And, of course, as I reached out, I prayed for him. I did the right thing, and so I went and saw him taking flowers, and he had a ventilator in. And when I say how horrible someone can be, even on his, I want to say deathbed, it's not the right word, but I'm sick bed, very, very sick, ventilator in my throat, would not look at me. When I get ready to leave, someone said, hey, tell your buddy goodbye. He looked at me, shook his head no, and looked straight back at the wall.
Oh, my
Like,
gosh.
And then it was the meanest thing. I felt terrible. It was
Because you weren't even working for him anymore. The wife just
No,
said
I
he's
genuinely-
not doing
I
well, so
genuinely
you
went
took
out.
time to go see
You're
him
so
in the
nice.
Now,
hospital.
question: did he pass away?
He's still very sick. He's out of a coma. He has a
Okay.
long struggle ahead.
Okay.
But
Well,
But
you're
shook his head and was like, that's not my friend.
Deathbed.
man, you're
Yeah.
at least you're a good person.
That's a grudgy
Yeah.
guy.
Well, you earned your angel.
Yeah.
I would have taken like a Long John or a
Wow.
donut.
Oh
Did he
yeah,
play-
that would have been
Stuck
really
it right in
good.
his
Yeah, I think
middle.
Claire.
So
Yeah.
here you go, right there.
Wow,
jerk.
that's
Right in the
really
kiss.
Yeah, but
unbelievable.
but thankfully I'm with a company now, and I'm very, very happy. Couldn't ask for a better quality of life. It's amazing.
Sometimes
Wow,
when
good
you
for
have
you.
the bad in the past, it helps you appreciate the present so much
Amen.
more.
That's true.
I
Yeah.
mean,
man.
Michael, whoa,
Good point.
y'all. So far, these two stories are unbelievable but true. Like we're doing Believe It or Not.
I know, we're running out of time.
We're gonna
Let's
keep going. We're gonna keep going.
You have to bring this back like once a month or something.
833-390-KRBE.
Yeah.
Let people vent it out.
If you're standing by, I'm going to get to your calls next. In lieu of Scoop, brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas, we're doing Bad Bosses Part 2 next on The Roula and Ryan Show.
Okay, so we're continuing our discussion on bad bosses, which has got to really make you realize that you're not in this alone.
Well, we usually do Celebrity Scoop here, brought to you by Taquerías Arandas, but we decided we're going to just continue on with the calls, as so many people want to vent it out about these bad managers. And we're starting it off with, oh no, did Mario drop? Oh no, is he there? Yeah, there he is. Okay, I thought he dropped, and he did, but he called back on a different line. Yay, Mario. Hi, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Can you hear us?
Hello. Good morning. Yes,
Good morning,
I can hear
Mario.
y'all.
Hey, Mario.
Is this a current boss or someone that you used to work for?
Oh, most definitely somebody that I used to work for. Didn't work out for the best. So I worked at a law firm, and I was a paralegal there.
Okay.
And the head paralegal, I guess she liked to take over everybody, even the attorneys. She felt like she was an attorney herself, walking like a big boss. And so the attorneys kind of started getting sick of her. They would go to my cubicle as I was drafting. They would just vent. But I didn't realize that there was a little camera right next to the window where I was sitting. For some reason, it was pointing right at me, right? Talking about invasion of privacy.
What?
So anyways, they would vent how horrible she was and this and that. And I would just go with it because I was new there. I would just go oh, wow, pretend I was interested or whatever. And so it came to the point where, all of a sudden, the office manager would come in with sage and just, spread the smoke around the room.
Sage.
But she would do extra swirls around over my head. So I would look up.
Get the
That would
bad
ask her,
A
vibe.
"What's
cleansing
that
of the
for?"
office?
Yeah.
And you'd say, what's that for? And what'd she say?
Well, she was like, it's to scare the bad jujus away. I'm like, I'm new here, That should have been done a long time ago. So I had to, tell her, is this like a health hazard? What if I had asthma?
Yeah.
So she didn't give a hoot. So she would just do it every time an attorney would come over and then leave, But obviously she was listening to the conversations and, how it would just go yeah, she thought I was agreeing, but really it's just to build my rapport. I have to also make a good rapport with the attorneys, because I'm the paralegal.
You were not initiating the bad talk about this
Yeah,
person.
you're just listening. You're not supposed to stop and go,
No.
shut up, man. You should
I
not be
was
saying
brand
that.
new there. I'm not, I'm not about gossip. But then eventually, I had to put in my 2 weeks just because I couldn't stand the smell. I would leave. And then, it was a long walk from the office to the parking garage. So then I would smell like cigarettes at the end of the day for some reason,
Oh, because
that's
the smokers are
horrible.
outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I just visualize this again? The saging would happen in the office, but only around you when an attorney talked to you.
So weird.
Is that
Right,
correct?
to scare the bad jujus away.
She
and then I
wouldn't
put
do
in my
this
2
to
weeks.
the
So I
other
don't know if it worked.
cubes. She wouldn't do this in the hallways somewhere down the hall. She wouldn't do this in
What
another
a
office.
weirdo.
She just did it over your head extra and around your area.
I'm all for sage.
Exactly. She thought she was slick and, being sneaky about it. But I'm like, look, I can see you're over my head. And sometimes you go into the attorney's office and, do it,
Wow.
So then I ended
Wow.
up quitting. And then on my last day, when she did it one last time, I had to pretend like I was slightly possessed. It scared her. But I was like, jokes, I'm just kidding.
Wait, how did you
So I just,
pretend like you
ended
were
up,
slightly possessed? Can you please take us through
Yeah, do
that?
you have a voice?
Well, I started I crossed my eyes and I started salivating and I was twitching. One last good laugh before I left is what I had to do. You know,
that is.
but
Wow,
that was
wow.
probably the worst experience ever. And then it turns out actually, months and months later, after I was trying to find a new place, I went and interviewed to another law firm, and it turns out she ended up working there. It looked like she got fired, and I was like, what are the freaking odds? It's Houston, you should be somewhere else. Why are we back here again? So I
You're
just
meant to
didn't
be.
end up taking the position there.
Wow, you turned down that whole thing.
You're like, I'm not going the sage
No.
lady again. Not the sage.
I believe in
lady.
houses doing that and stuff.
But I mean,
Cleansing
you
out
can't
the
go into an office space and
vibes.
burn something.
I guess you're
He's right.
She's-
People have health concerns.
Especially that smell.
Wow.
Yeah,
The
it's a little
sagey.
strong.
Okay. Do we want to go with the nightmare boss at a nice house? Do we want to go with? Oh, he said Lauren was good. Let's go to Lauren. Hi, Lauren. I'm not saying they're not all good. I'm just saying that Ahmad
put
has the
stars.
freshest
Better.
stories. Hi, Lauren. Good morning. Okay, I don't know. what
Sorry,
happened.
try it again. Try it again.
Hi, Lauren. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Great.
We're great. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. We're talking about bad boss experiences. Lauren, what happened to you?
So about 9.5 years ago, I was working with a company, and I was overseeing a bunch of volunteers. And I was actually going to be out for a certain event, and I had this one volunteer
who didn't show up, had confirmed everything and then didn't show up. And so my boss, when I got back, was really mad that I was short a volunteer for whatever reason. I don't know. I think he was just mad. I don't think he really liked me to begin with. And so the volunteer lied to him about my communication, even though I had everything written down.
Right.
And so when I tried to stand up for myself, he just like passed me a severance package across the desk.
He fired
and I was
you?
7 months pregnant. He fired me. I was 7 months pregnant, and I was the breadwinner of our family. I was putting my husband through school.
Oh.
And so the stress of all of that like caused my blood pressure to skyrocket, and I developed full-blown eclampsia. I had a seizure. I was by myself.
Oh, my God.
And I had to have my son at 31 weeks. So he was born 9 weeks early as a result of that, like, pressure.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
See, to me,
and
that's
we
where
had-
you want to sue somebody.
Yeah, but I don't know what you sue for. I mean,
Sounds easy to do, but
No, I know.
It's
I know.
not. So
you
Lauren,
can. Actually, you can, but we chose not to because actually what happened was they didn't pay their taxes the right way. And so in my severance package, and I'm not sure how all of this works, our tax guy was like in on it, but he was like, when the end of the year rolled around and we were filing our taxes, he was like, oh, no, they actually owe you way more money than what they offered doing the severance package. So we got a pretty big payout after.
Nice.
Yeah, which was we were able to cover our NICU bill.
Oh, that's good.
Wow.
What field of work was this?
It's actually ministry.
Okay.
You're kidding.
Well, that's not very Christian.
You are kidding.
No.
Wow.
And
Was not guessing that.
Smokes. I was not expecting that.
And
Wow,
what about how everything turned out after the early
preterm labor and the birth of your child at 31 weeks?
So I was basically in critical condition for 5 days. I mean, I was aware. I will say the Memorial Hermann of the Woodlands, like, fantastic team. Highly recommend. Their NICU nurses, I owe them my entire life. But my son is 9 and he is thriving. He is doing so well. For being born at 31 weeks, he never needed oxygen.
Wow.
And so we don't have a typical NICU story that like most people have. Obviously still very traumatic, but my son is great and he's thriving, and like he is just a true joy and is like such a peace bringer. And so
that's great.
I am like super grateful, that everything turned out well.
And you got
that
and you
was
got
not
that
a
giant
fun time.
Right, and you
No.
got that giant amount of money without having to spend money to sue them. So, all ends up in the wash.
It's a win-win.
And I do want to praise NICU nurses from any hospital, but I have a personal friend that works at Memorial Hermann NICU, and I've heard her stories, and I've had my own children in situations where they need to be IV'd at like 6 weeks old or 5 weeks old, and they're different. They're angels among us.
They really are.
They are angels among us.
This is how
the
my
NICUs.
daughter came into this world. 5 days in that ICU, that NICU, and God bless them, man.
If you guys want to, I could go on for another hour with these bad boss stories.
We'll bring it back.
Y'all go to the listener line, 713-278-VENT. Macy, I want to hear your story of going through IVF, and your boss said, well, there are more important things.
What?
People are stupid.
Let's see. Pregnant, they fired her because of a lie that they told. Oh, yeah, and that's Lauren. Brian, he told his boss his dad had cancer, and they said, well, don't let it ruin your work.
Oh, my God. That's so
I need these stories
uncool.
in detail, please. On the listener line at 713-278.
That's so insensitive. Zero empathy.
Yeah, no compassion.
Heartless.
God, that's insane. All right, let me
Even
cleanse
if you
the palate.
thought that way, why would you at least
That's
act
inside
like it?
voice.
Yeah.
You don't say it out loud.
Well, is that going to affect like your deadlines? Oh, wait, your dad has cancer. Is that going to affect your deadlines?
Imagine if you told someone like you're pregnant again and the reaction.
Wow.
And they said, oh, poop the bed.
And they said, oh, God, how long have you been gone this time?
Who would ever do something
We're all looking your way,
so
Kevin.
shameful?
But he's not the boss.
Wow.
Hey,
Guess
no,
what,
no.
Special K? After my miscarriage, we're pregnant again. We're so happy. Oh, crap, the bed. How long have you been gone this time?
And that's the clean version,
True
okay?
story.
And they're a boss.
No. Let's cleanse a palate with some Simone Biles tickets. Simone Biles is presenting Gold Over America tour, and it's going to be world-class gymnast at the Toyota Center, October 19th. Here's a 4-pack of tickets for you to go enjoy this fantastic event. The last Olympics, they had this tour go through. I took my family, and we had such a fantastic time. It just inspires kids.
Yep.
Even if a kid has zero gymnastics on their radar, they're jumping around, they want to do it. It's so fun. So caller 10-833-390-KRBE. You're on your way to that event. Have so much fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Roula and Ryan Show on KRBE with what's going down in H-Town.
Convicted former Houston Police Department officer Gerald Goins returned to court to resume his felony murder trial after an earlier medical emergency just brought the proceedings to a halt. And this is right before the jury was set to consider his punishment. Now, prosecutors are asking the jury to sentence him to life in prison, which is the maximum penalty for the 2 counts of felony murder that he was convicted of in September for his role in the deadly Harding Street raid back in 2019. Can't believe it's taken 5 years to bring this to a conclusion.
Man, that's a long time.
That's a long time. HEB is going to start rolling out digital tap-to-pay services to its flagship stores across the state.
Finally.
Yeah, the new technology will allow customers to purchase items by using a tap-to-pay method available through Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and Google Pay.
They didn't have that?
No. You had to always put it in.
Now
into
they're finally
the
going
deal.
to have the tap.
They're like the last people to get it.
With technology, I feel like it's so confusing now. Are you swiping, sticking,
Oh, I know.
tapping?
Apple paying.
Don't you think within our lifetime we'll see credit cards go away? You'll just have like a chip.
Yeah.
Or you'll
Snap
have
your
like
fingers.
Wow,
visual,
My kids just use
visual
their phone
recognition.
now for
Oh,
Apple Pay.
I learned from my kids. Mommy, I just requested $20 for you on text message. Can you send it to me? I'm like, huh? What? How'd you do that? What are you talking about? You don't have a bank account.
You don't have a bank account?
How'd you get that? How are you asking me for that?
her friend just showed her how to request money from mom.
Yeah, they find ways
nice.
Yeah, now my kid's like, Mommy,
I need $20.
and I just was so
For
floored. I go,
Toyota.
what are you doing? And here comes this little text box, $15
You should
request.
go make them work at the restaurant
I'm
just
trying
for a
that.
week, and then they realize
The value of
and then
money.
See what the check is.
Yes.
Taxes taken out and stuff. See how they really appreciate everything you've done for them.
And let me quick share this story about the concept of money. My son went to camp for the first time this year, and in the camp, like they have a little camp store on the grounds, and you can purchase little things, but 8-year-olds don't have concept of money.
No.
And this little boy in line in front of him, there's like a budget the parents had set, like the cab, you can't spend more than this. The little boy had come to the counter with $70 worth of stuff. He had no idea, no concept of
Just
money.
grab stuff he wanted.
So the lady says it's $70, and you only have 90 in here for the whole camp. And he was so stressed out. My son was the second one in line. He looks at him and he goes, I know this might be weird, but can I have a hug? And MJ goes, yeah. And he just hugged him because the kid was so stressed out. And then they were like BFFs the whole rest of the camp,
The
and they
kid
fished,
returned.
That
and they
hug's
played
going to cost you
basketball.
$20.
Did he return it? Did he
No,
return
and the lady helped him like, okay, well, buddy, if you don't want all this right now, I mean, like, you don't have to get like the 2 sweatshirts and like the games that you bought.
Yeah,
but
buy
it was
that
just
later.
it was just so. I just thought it was such a cute story because that little boy just looked at another little boy in line, his peer, and said, I know this might be weird, but can I have a hug? Because he was so stressed out. And then he understood, like, the lady helped him with the concept of money. Like, so you have $90 to spend,
That's
and
so
you put
cute.
70 here. So do you really want 70 in one?
You don't want to
in
blow
one
it all at
purchase?
once.
But I
That's
just
for
thought
a
it was
hug? That's
such
funny.
a cute
That
thing.
is
When
sweet.
he just was so stressed out, he asked for a hug.
Different time now.
I know.
Yep.
It's so cute.
Sure is.
Coming up next, Try It Tuesday. But what are we trying? Oh, it's a surprise for Ryan. That's not a surprise. 'cause
Oh,
we're
yeah.
telling him right now.
Okay.
The man that tries the least amount of food in Try It Tuesday and has been in the mystery box for it is going to try on a prop from the Texas Renaissance Festival.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Huzzah.
They're here.
Huzzah.
The king is here.
Oh my gosh, what does the
Royalty.
king have for Ryan Chase to try on? You're going to find out next on The Roula and Ryan Show.